Another beautiful morning, nice and still, a little bit of chill in the air. Cold weather is coming as of tonight. I'm really excited about today. I've been waiting for this day for a while. You might think it's a little silly, but it's not. Anybody who installs a wood stove into their cabin or home is an exciting day, because your wood stove, when you're out in a cabin or up in the north here like this, a wood stove is everything. I can't wait to show you guys my dream wood stove. Stay tuned. This video is sponsored by PWR Sports in Labrador City. Manager Dale Feltham and his staff are always eager to serve and source your outdoor needs. They have been in business for decades and carry a host of products like snowmobiles, ATVs, side-by-sides, sea-doos, chainsaws, sleighs, clothing, and accessories galore. They also specialize and showcase a section dedicated to off-grid cabin owners like myself, including propane and 12-volt source refrigerators, coolers, cooking ranges, and of course, Blaze King wood stoves. PWR Sports is a major supporter of my YouTube channel, so pop by and speak to Dale or one of his staff and tell them that I sent you. And now, onto today's video and the big stove review. So we installed the chimney components up on the roof when we shingled it, and I took a quick look at what I got here. I think I got everything here to put the chimney in. I got an insulated chimney system, and I got a double-walled stovepipe, and it's pretty neat. I think I looked at it in the store, had a quick glance at it here. And I've never installed a double-walled stovepipe before, but today is the day. Just want to make sure everything is as good as I can get it. Again, I'm no expert. Boo! I just threw the chimney pipe down through the hole so I can level it up and get ready to install this holder. I just cheated and put the little collar on there for now. I'm just going to lay this one on top and just double check my level before I get too carried away here. That's pretty good. Worked out pretty good. It's very strong, very level, and everything fit in place just right, so I'm satisfied with that. This box had to come down that low in order to finish off the ceiling there when I put the pipe in. There's a little bit of space up here, and I think I'll take some tin afterwards before I apply any insulation up there and extend that right to the ceiling. I'm not sure if that's necessary or not, but I may do it anyway. Now, the next step, attach the stove pipe to the chimney. I know, you want to see the stove. I'm going to show you in just a minute. So this is a telescopic stove pipe I have here. So you simply attach it to your stove. It has a double wall, and that's just for extra protection. And I think insurance wants that anyway, before they'll insure you. And this pipe just simply extends to the height that you need it. So this is my dream stove right here. It's made by Blaze King, and this particular model is called the Ashford 30.2. And the reason it's called Ashford 30 is because on optimal wood and optimal conditions, this wood stove can keep burning on low for 30 hours. And the reason it works so efficiently is because it has a catalytic combustor. Now Chuck, what in the world is a catalytic combustor? It makes all the difference when it comes to how efficient the wood will burn in this stove. And I'll put this in basic terms. When you light a fire in this stove and you turn on the catalytic combustor, it re-burns all of the smoke. Therefore, there's no wastage from the fire at all. A regular wood stove, and I've used lots of wood stoves over the years, a regular wood stove will simply burn the wood. It may twist it a little bit, and then it'll send the heat and the smoke up the chimney. This one goes a step further than that, a big step further than that. It takes the heat and the smoke, and it reburns it through that catalytic combustor to the point where it almost exhausts everything it can from that fuel, being the wood. It doesn't kind of let the heat go or any smoke until it's utilized up close to 100%. So the heat and the smoke goes up into the combustor, it does its magic up there, and then it lets it go up the chimney, what's left over. And that's not very much in this case. Now you might say, why would you want a stove like that? Or why does that excite me? Because it does. And here's the reason why this has always been a dream stove of mine. I will be living in the north in a log cabin. I would like to have as much comfort and efficiency as I can from my wood stove. You got to understand that we have 6 months of winter up here. So it's really important that I have a stove that works the best possible way. Now again, I've used all kinds of stoves, from a tent stove right up to this beautiful stove here. And this will optimize the control I have over wood burning, and it won't burn as much wood, which means I won't have to go cut wood as much, which means I'll save money in fuel and chainsaw wear and all of that stuff. And that makes a difference over time. It's different if you're just in your cabin once or twice a winter. But when you live every day and you can have a luxurious stove like this, then it's going to make you as comfortable as you can. And I know, speaking from experience, that if you don't have that on a continual basis, then you won't be as comfortable. This will make life easier for us, absolutely. What do you think? Do you like this stove? Now this particular model has a real, almost a 3 cubic foot firebox, and that makes a difference here too. It's 18 inches deep, and that's from brick to brick. Some companies try to fool you, but this is a full 18 inches of depth, which means you can cut your wood and it'll go in there no problem. It has a width, brick to brick, of 20 inches, and the opening is a full 13 inches, which means you've no trouble to put your wood inside here. And that makes a difference. It has a thermostat control right here on the back, that being low and that being high. So this will have optimal control over how much heat is emitted from this stove. And here is the catalytic combustor bypass system. When you first light up your stove, you bypass this catalytic combustor and you just let the fire come up to a comfortable level. So you light your stove by bypassing the catalytic combustor, and then when it gets up to this level right here on this thermometer, that's when you simply engage the catalytic combustor, and then she does the work for you from there on in. Now if you look inside the firebox as well, there's a little plug here. It's for cleaning the ashes out. That empties out into this beautiful ashtray here, which comes out very nicely. It's like a drawer. Very nice slides on the side. And all your ashes fall into this pan. You simply pick up the handle, take your ashes outside and empty it. How cool is that? The handle system is beautiful too. You put it down and you click it like that. That's adjustable too, by the way, but it just fits there so snugly. No worries about wondering if the door is shut or not. Perfect seal. And one last feature that's kind of fluked into is the fact that the door opens this way and my fire storage area is going to be out here. So it's just a matter of taking your wood, putting in your stove, and shutting your door again. Now this stove costs more than your average stove. I'll be transparent about that. But again, I've done the math on this and I've spent as much or more on this stove on things like a 1-week holiday. Or I've spent 15 times as much as this on a vehicle. Or 4 or 5 times as much as this on a snowmobile. And those things tend to fade away fairly quickly, whereas a stove will last forever, generations even. And remember, this will save me money by burning wood more efficiently. So this is definitely worth it, in my opinion. And that is why this stove is my dream stove. So let's get the first fire going into it. Okay, to start the fire, I'll open up the bypass and I'll set my thermostat right on high. Now I have this fire pad below the stove today. Of course, I have to build a proper hearth here, but today I'm just going to light a small fire in this just to cure this stove and to try it out. So I will eventually put a proper hearth down there for safety. You don't want anything catching on fire, of course, other than the wood inside the stove. Now I won't put the door all the way to, just about right there somewhere for now until she catches on nice and well. Look at that, guys. Oh man, I've been waiting for that for a long time. Now I'm going to monitor this thermometer closely to watch it go up. And again, as soon as it gets right there, I will engage the catalytic combustor. I'll open up a couple windows there because they say the first time you light the stove, some gases and stuff come off while the stove is curing. Oh, look at that gorgeous day out there. Alright, see, the thermometer is halfway up into the inactive zone, so it's getting there. The owner's manual also said that you will see in your first burn, you'll see a little bit of smoke as the paint and stuff cures, and I can see a little bit of smoke here and there around the pipe and stuff. So I guess it's just everything working properly. It even said the color may change temporarily until after several burns. So it's all going according to plan. Okay, it says we're in the zone there now to activate the catalytic combustor. I know I could wait for it to go a little hotter, but I'm anxious to give it a try. There we go. Now all the fire, heat, smoke goes through the catalytic combustor. Here's where the efficiency maximizes. I can feel the heat already radiating, of course, from this stove here now. I know it's throwing the heat out pretty good, and she's only just getting going, so this stove can actually heat an area anywhere from 1,100 to 2,400 square feet, which is a bit high end for this cabin. This cabin is only about 1,000 square feet. But again, we're in the north here, and it gets down to -30, -40 core temperature. So you need a lot of heat. It's not too warm back here. This stove is equipped, and I actually have exceeded the distances that I need to be for combustible materials. And again, I'm only just trying this stove today. I have to build a hearth pad, and I'll probably put some protection behind this stove anyway. That way it just gives you extra peace of mind. Now there's an optional blower fan kit for this stove. I don't have it yet, but I think I might get it to give it a try, just to get the air circulating around the cabin on those cold mornings or whatever. Or if you've been away for a couple of days, you come back and you want to get that heat distributing faster, and you turn on your fan for a little bit. If I get one, I'll certainly include that into a future video. This is literally 3 hours later. That little fire I had in there, and it's still like I only just put it in there like 20 minutes ago. And she's still up into the active zone there. So 5.5 hours later, still burning embers there. Nice sized coals. Amazing. I'm so happy. Well guys, I'm just going to monitor this first small fire in the stove, and it just seems to be working so well, which is what I expected. Blaze King stoves have excellent reviews. They've been around forever, and they're noted as one of the most efficient stoves out there. And I actually have one now. I couldn't be happier. Another huge shout out and special thanks to PWR Sports in Lavender City, who've treated me like a king myself. They are excellent to me and the channel. They're actually helping improve my lifestyle down here. Give PWR a shout. I know you won't be disappointed. I'm looking forward to wintertime now, keeping this cabin warm and cozy and having the most efficient burns with the maximum heat, optimal conditions from here on in. Stay tuned for many more fires in this stove. You will see it many times in my upcoming winter videos. I'll do a further review on it then. And until the next time, take care of each other. Get outside and enjoy everything outdoors. We'll see you next time. Guaranteed. Get outside.